Salutations everyone, and welcome to my For Glory guide for Mr. Game & Watch. Quite the unique character, not just because he's a flat two-dimensional being, and not just because you can set up as Amiibo a number of different ways, but the dude's got some pretty crazy, quirky, and fun attacks. Now, Game & Watch is a bait and punish / quasi mix-up kind of character. He has a little trouble at approaching. You can his dash attack is fantastic and is lagless unless you go for the full dash attack. And he does have strong aerials, but none of them are very fast or safe on approach. So Game & Watch really relies on his down throw combos for damage and his aerials, which are all fantastic. Otherwise, he's the third lightest character in the game, only heavier than Jigglypuff and Mewtwo. 30th fastest run speed, 26th fastest walk speed, tied for 12th in air speed, and then 51st in fall speed and fast fall speed. So while he, may be in the air for quite some time, he can do a lot whilst he is in the air with his aerials. But let's start off, with the ground game. His jab is pretty decent, relatively fast, not too slow. And there, that guy he got his counter just at the right window. That was a shame. But the jab's pretty nice, pretty decent finisher, and it's not going to kill until you get to like insane percents at the ledge. So, but good for covering your opponent's landing sometimes, or just a quick, easy punish because you're going to get some guaranteed jabs until you get to that finisher. His tilts, they do clash with a lot of things. But they're relatively okay. His down tilt has some pretty special properties on here. Just juggle with the sausage and then hit him with that up smash with those 21 or 22 frames of invincibility on the head. Just fantastic. So the down tilt has some pretty interesting properties. It can destroy a lot of projectiles and deflect a lot more. So for instance, the bucket will absorb all energy-based attacks, like, Lucario's Aura Sphere, Charizard and Bowser's Fire, Link's bombs when they explode, Crash Bomber when it explodes, Din's Fire, anything energy-based or explosion-based for the most part. You can find a list of what the bucket can absorb. And there's some things that you think it would be able to absorb, like Luma Starbits, which it doesn't, and there's some things that you think it wouldn't be able to absorb, like DDD's up special when he comes back down to the stage and he releases those stars. You can bucket those, but for projectiles that are not bucketable, many of them can be down tilted. And you kind of have to be fast for some characters. There's little Lucario, he's just a little too afraid of this two-dimensional being, this Game & Watch. So the down tilt they launch a lot of things. You can pretty much neutralize Pac-Man's projectile game outside of a key, which you just can't with down tilt. And orange is kind of difficult because it is so fast, but any other fruit, the Galaga timing has to be pretty good. But the down tilt can neutralize that. It can destroy DDD's Peanuts. You can put bucket Wii Fit Trainer's Sun Salutation, and you can down tilt her soccer ball, so neutralizing her entire projectile game. So that's just something that Game & Watch has going for him. Of course, many things that you bucket will do, usually one little bit. If not two, and unfortunately the bucket doesn't come out and be able to absorb until frame 7, and with a little bit of lag, I didn't have the reaction times to get that Aura Sphere, but that's fine. Your down throw combos are fantastic. At early percents, you're going to want it from like 0 to 25-ish, down throw to up tilt, and then you can go with maybe for a neutral air from there. Otherwise, from 25 to about 85-ish percent, you want to go with the neutral air and grab the Aura Sphere, bucket it, throw the bucket. It is one of the strongest attacks in the entire game. It will annihilate shields. It can do up to 60% damage, and you can go into a down throw combo from like 0 to 80% or something like that. You can true combo down throw into bucket, usually with the short hop, depending on, the damage of your opponent, but it's very, very strong, depending on what you bucket. It does 2.8% multiplied of what it absorbed. So for instance, it's so strong that a couple of Din's fires, when you bucket that up, you can kill Zelda at 0%. Get a couple of Mario's fireballs, you can kill him at like 30%. You can, obviously, if you get a nice little ore sphere from Lucario, you can start killing him at, I don't know, 25, 30. It kills very early and does ludicrous damage, and of course annihilates shields. Speaking of annihilating shields, let's talk about the Judge Hammer, which you can also get from a down throw combo from about 30 to 60%, weight depending. On fast fallers, you can actually get it much earlier. But obviously going to have to follow their DI, and here I'm just using my sausages to just neutralize her float game, because that is going to just ruin her approach options. That's a nice mix-up that is available to Game & Watch. Where the down smash, which is very fantastic. His up smash is as strong, but his down smash relatively quick and quite strong. There I get it with the down throw into the nair, and sometimes you get a couple of nairs. Once you get to 85-ish to 130%, your nair will not combo off of down throw, and you will want to up special, and then you can hit an aerial possibly afterwards. So yeah, let's talk about the Judge Hammer, which, like I said, you can combo. Otherwise, you can just throw a raw one out there. That's absolutely fine. So, 1 will do no damage and knockback to your opponent, and it will do 12 damage to you, which is fantastic. 2 has a chance to trip. There's a little toot there with the up air. Very, very strong in that toot. So yeah, the 2 does 4% damage, has a small chance of chipping. The 3 does a lot of shield damage, otherwise doing 6%. About the same as like Jigglypuff's Pound. You're gonna have to get some damage on the shield before you can break it with a 3. It's not gonna happen that often. 4 will launch your opponent diagonally for 8%. 5 is your only multi-hit hammer, so if a Ryu's doing his focus attack and you're trying to throw out a hammer, you better pray it's 5. That has the electrical property, and if all 4 hits connect, that is 12% damage. Your number 6 is a fire attack that has a semi-spike, fairly good knockback, good horizontal, that can kill most people if you hit them on stage, just below the stage, even if they have full recovery. It's just that nice diagonal knockback that'll get the job done. 7, pretty decent power, 14%. It'll also drop an apple, which you can swallow for 4% heal. 8 will freeze. Sometimes you can get an up smash after they unfreeze. Sometimes you can get the toot up air, but that your mileage may vary, of course, depending on their percentage, how quickly they break out and where you are on the stage. And of course 9 is your big old ping hammer that will kill almost every character below 10%. So yeah, the thing kills pretty damn early. And as the sausages are great for mixing up your opponent, it's fantastic for just trolling people off stage that have up specials that do not have a hitbox, like say a Pit or Dark Pit or Rosalina, and you can just troll them for days. Here I'm gonna try to get the Edgeguard with Game & Watch against Sheik, and Game & Watch's Edgeguarding game is fantastic. Outside of the sausages, that's not even like your go-to. His offstage game is really good because of his aerials. If you get someone off stage and they try to recover high, you could probably hit them with a nair or a forward air, which you see kills. That's almost as early as you can kill with fair, close to the ledge. I think earliest you can probably kill is like around 137 for most characters, and Sheik is relatively light, so we were getting there. And here I'm almost filled the bucket, and thankfully with Sheik, that's a very telegraphed burst grenade, so as soon as she throws it, you have plenty of time to react. And sometimes you just want to bait it out. That's the little part of the bait character. He's got a little bit of mix-ups, and there she throws the grenade. I have all the time in the world to absorb it, and now we just got, when she's easily in kill percent, down throw, bucket, easy kill. As I said, does up to 60% damage, and it is fantastic. So his offstage game, if they don't recover high, which is what you want, if you get someone offstage and they cover near the ledge, or they try to recover low, your down air is a fantastic option. And after you do this, you can kill in 3 different ways. If you connect with the spike, which is the first 2 frames of the attack. so they're, you're gonna have to be relatively decent with your timing. So, better than Martha Lucina's spike, but not as good as like Samus's, which is 3 frames. So 2 frames, not too bad. You'll nail a couple. But if they're much lower than that, if you hit with the down air, you might be able to stage spike. And even if you do not kill with that, then you up B, otherwise you're just going to fall to your doom. So down air to up B, pretty much as soon as you can, go for that option, otherwise you will die. And the up B can also stage spike an opponent as well. So there's 3 different ways you can kill your opponent, even if they try to DI away from the stage, so where they won't get stage spike. Up B can kill as early as like 135-ish. And what's so fantastic about the up B is that you can follow your opponent's DI fairly well. You have a pretty good range that you can up B out of. And you can perform an aerial out of it, which, some people might not know that matchup, but even if they do, it's really difficult. He's very difficult to edge guard because of his recovery. You can up B early. You don't have to worry about the timing. You can get above the stage, get behind your opponent, throw out a back air, which is multi-hit, so it's quite safe. But most of the time, you're going to want to snap to the ledge, so be sure you're deep enough to which you will slap to the ledge. Otherwise, like I said, his airspeed is abysmally slow, and you can just get smash attacked or just incredibly punished right there. You are not going to die until I tell you to, Luigi. So yeah, the up air has a bit of a win box, kind of like the down tilt, and and the up air, and all of those can destroy an opponent's momentum, and you can take him out with like up smash. So that was the sausages once again. Throw out the sausage out there. They'll try to fall below it so they do not get hit by sausages anymore, because we've all been there. It's very annoying to get hit by that bacon and ham and sausage and fish. And this Mario is going to help me fill up my bucket real quick, so that's quite kind of him. That's just something you want to do. Get your opponent into their natural habits. If you can absorb their projectiles, get to the range to where they throw it without even thinking about it. And then, even if they know that they shouldn't throw out their absorbable attacks, sometimes you can just get them to do it because it's a force of habit, and you fill up that bucket and you can start killing people like crazy, and it will survive through death. So it's like Wario's waft, it persists after death, so you don't have to worry about that. That's another thing you can do. You can force people to up B early with the sausages, because like you want to avoid the sausages if you can help it. It's just nature in this game. So there's a lot of punish opportunities off the lids of the sausage, and mostly you can punish with up smash. And as you saw with the Luigi, of course he's going to go for that Luigi tornado, but with those 22 frames of invincibility, you can absorb any aerial that they're going to try to throw at you to get past your neutral B and attack you as well, and you can punish with the up smash, which is one of the strongest up smashes in the game. There's the down smash killing right there, and you can kill people like as early as like 65% with that up smash fully charged, which is easy to charge if you can get them with the up B or the up air. You can just juggle them with the push box of your up air until they get into that fast fall animation, and then punish accordingly with a smash attack, a hammer if you're feeling lucky. Outside of 6 and 9, hammer's really not going to help you. But that available option is always there in case you are behind a stock, and that's the only prayer that you have at winning that game. Go for a down throw into a hammer. So here we have the Mario at kill percent, and I have that full bucket, so I'm just going to get away from him. Run, shield, down throw, bucket. Get out of here. I'm way more old school than you, Mario. I am Mr. Game and Watch. This is my game. Watch me go. Anyways, that is Mr. Game & Watch. A fun character, good mix-ups, fantastic aerial game, and is just a fun character to use. He's just the third lightest thing in the universe and will die very, very, very early. But fantastic recovery, amazing aerials. Anywho, that is it for Mr. Game & Watch. Let me know what you guys think about the character. If you see a thumbnail on screen, I've already covered said character, and you can see their For Glory guide in the Smash playlist, which is linked down below. Let me know who you'd like to see in the future. We only have a few left, and next week will be Villager, and I hope to see you guys there next time.